It's the age-old question, why do people who drive a manual transmission not shut up about driving one? Well, because there are very few other feelings that compare. It's just you and the machine working in unison. It's personal expression. It's control. It's total freedom. It's a skill set that you can master. It's also safer in my opinion. But for this video's purpose, it's not just about driving a manual. It's about a mindset. I'm convinced that driving a manual is a lot like maneuvering through life. It takes focus, quick decisions, and a willingness to think for yourself. And if you're someone who loves driving a stick shift, or you could probably pick it up in 10 minutes flat, chances are you're wired to thrive in life's toughest moments. Let me explain. In a manual, you can't just coast along. You gotta pay attention. Every gear shift is a choice. There's intention behind them. For example, if you're too low in a gear, the car's RPMs will go up and punish you by eating all of your gas and making you go slow. Too high in the gear, and if you're in a Subaru WRX, you might blow up your entire engine. I can say that because this is my daily, so relax, Scooby owners, you know it's true. Anyway, not enough gas when you're starting out or coming off the clutch too quickly, and you'll stall. And then... Life's the same way. Sometimes you're just cruising, and sometimes you hit a steep hill or a sharp turn, and you gotta downshift, build power, and push through. Or risk a potential traffic issue, possibly get into an accident, or just get laughed at. You might even destroy your engine or clutch by absolutely abusing your car like some Honda Acura people do. Again, I've had both, and we all know that we've at least had that bap 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 happen a few times. So there's a very small margin for error when driving a manual. And you have to control the urge to abuse your car if you're one of those types of drivers, and you know exactly who I'm talking about. Okay, relatable story time. My full-time business is a digital marketing business. I landed there because I wanted to become a computer programmer. But one fateful day in C++ class in high school, I fell asleep during the functions lesson, and it basically changed the trajectory of my career. In my defense, it was freezing cold in that computer lab, and my teacher spoke like Ben Stein from a 90s Clear Eyes commercial.
For dry, red eyes, Clear Eyes is awesome. It removes redness and has an ingredient to moisturize. Wow. The difference is clear. Clear Eyes.
I had no chance, honestly. Shortly after I barely graduated from high school, I went to a community college so that I can get into a 4-year university. In short, I went through a lot in the last 2 years of high school with losing all 4 of my grandparents who I was super close to, all within 2 years of each other. On top of that, I just don't learn well in a classroom type of setting, so I was just going through it on multiple levels for sure. During my first year of community college, I went away for it, and I think I knew like 2 people from back home, and other than that, I had no friends and I was on my own. I met these guys who were super friendly during lunch one day, and they let me sit with them after we nerded out in the lunch line about web design and coding. They took me under their wing and taught me how to program. It was still really challenging for me, but it was then where I discovered that my hobby of learning search engine optimization had turned into a real skill set. My dad taught me the building blocks of it, and I learned the rest from the website that I built with my community college buddies through trial and error. From there, I learned more and more and ended up evolving my skills into a paid ads expert. Around the same time that I met those guys, I got my 2002 Honda Civic Si EP3, and something magical happened with my brain. I just started to learn better. I started to understand how to maneuver life's challenges with my new way of thinking and driving. It helped me build my confidence, and I started asking my college professors for help when I didn't understand something I would rarely do in high school. The car helped me make friends, and learning how to build websites cured my depression from the massive loss that I had just experienced. I just thought differently than I had because I needed to, or I would ruin my new prized possession, and doubtful that if I got into an accident, that my parents would be particularly stoked about me getting another manual car. Driving a manual teaches you to read the road and how to react quickly to what's happening around you. Life is no different. When a challenge hits, say a career setback or a personal loss, it's like seeing 2 cars about to crash in front of you. You don't freeze, you don't coast, you drop a gear and you get the hell out of Dodge. And that's what critical thinking looks like. Knowing when to slow down, when to speed up, and when to take a different route entirely. It's not about the car driving you, it's about you driving the car. It's about trusting your instincts and mastering the controls. In some cars nowadays, they drive themselves. But life doesn't always let you cruise on autopilot. The moments that define you, the ones where you grow, create, or overcome, require you to be in the driver's seat, fully engaged. Manuals force you to stay sharp, and that skill spills over into everything else that you do. So, whether you drive a manual or not, here's the point. Life rewards those who take control and think for themselves. Next time you face a challenge, think like a manual driver. Feel the situation, choose your gear, and power through. Because just like the road, it's not about the car that you have, it's about how you drive it. And a great quote to tie it all together as it relates to life in general: life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. Epic quote for sure. If you drive a manual, let me know in the comments how you think it has improved your life and way of thinking, and I'll see you in the next one.